Did you know that the passive squat, also known as the primal squat, is our natural resting position? This is how we're meant to sit, and we're meant to sit here comfortably. We've lost this range of motion because we spend so much time sitting at a 90-degree angle in a chair, we've gotten frozen here. So we've lost this mobility, and we've also lost all the benefits that come with it. Regaining this is simple. Take a passive squat more often. The more time under passive tension, the more you relax into this squat for a longer period of time, the quicker your body will drop back into this, and you can reestablish this range of motion. Stay and do this 5-minute passive squat challenge. Depending on where your mobility is today, I'm going to offer you a few modifications that you can take. If it's hard for you to get your hips down below your knees, grab a hold of an upright like a chair or a stool for support. Give yourself enough distance so that you could eventually release your hands down. That's option 1. Option 2 is if it's hard for you to press your heels down, if your heels stay lifted, roll up a yoga mat or a towel and rest your heels on that. Option 3 is to get blocks or books and rest your bum on those. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and take your shoes off for this. Bring your feet hip distance to shoulder distance apart, toes point out slightly, then sink your hips down, down, down. Release your hands down towards the ground, palms up, and then relax your head and neck. Your back can round here. And then we'll begin. I'm going to set a timer on the screen so that you can mark your progress. So if you can't stay the full 5 minutes, just try to meet or beat your whole time the next time that you do this. Allow your hips, your heels, and your knees to sink down. Slow your breath, deepen into it. The more you can relax here, the more your body can start to deepen into it. Press your heels down into the ground. Press into the pinky side edges of your feet, the inner arches, then spread your toes wide, grip into the mat. If your knees start to buckle in, press them wide. Now for a lot of us, the heels go up when we try to squat down. That's because of the shoes that we wear. Often the shoes that we wear have heels in them. So over time, this restricts the mobility in your ankles. So a passive squat allows you to drop your heels back down to reestablish that range of motion. If it's hard for you to get your hips down below your knees, that's an indication that your knees have gotten really tight. And that's usually because of the soft tissue that surrounds the area. So the muscles and fascia. If your hamstrings are tight, your adductors, this affects your knee mobility. And then if your knees do continue to go in towards the center, that's an indication that your hips are tight. So continue to focus on those 3 areas. The passive squat allows us to check in with that mobility to see where it's at today. Drop your pelvis down to free up your back. Now your back can round here because the focus is on the hips, knees, and ankles. Those 3 joints are in their full flexion, working towards their full flexion. Our joints are meant to fully extend and to fully flex. We just don't take this range of motion enough. It's kind of like a window that you haven't opened in a while. At first it's really stuck. You have to open and shut, and then finally it slides up and down. That's what we're doing here. The more time under this passive tension, the more we can open up the joints and the soft tissue that surrounds it. So holding a passive squat is really great for your joint health. It helps to lengthen out your muscles. This will help you if you want to improve your squat in the gym, your snatches, cleans. If you can't hold this deep squat passively without any weight, it's not going to be any easier when you put weight on. And when you can hold this squat, it helps you get up and off the ground easier. This helps us with aging, so we can get in and out of cars, we can do things for ourselves. And then it goes even deeper than that. This affects our internal organs. I don't know if you've heard of something called the squatty potty. This isn't an ad for the squatty potty, I promise. But the whole idea is that we're not meant to sit at a 90-degree angle. We're meant to go to the bathroom with our hips below our knees, and that allows the colon to fully elongate and open up. When we sit at a 90-degree angle, it pinches the colon. So the more time that you spend here in a deep squat, the more you improve your digestion, and that makes elimination easier. You have about 30 more seconds here. Take one last deep breath in. And as you exhale, see if you can get your heels, your hips down just a little bit more. Press your knees wide. Good. Now bring your hands down towards the ground, palms down. Press into your hands and slowly bring yourself into a forward fold. Keep a slight bend into your knees if the back of your thighs are tight. And hold here for a moment. Lengthen out the muscles in the back of your legs. And ground down into your feet. Bend into your knees and slowly roll yourself all the way up to stand. And bring your head up last. Take a couple shoulder rolls here. Inhale, shoulders up towards your ears. Exhale, shoulders down and back. Inhale, shoulders up. Exhale, shoulders relax down and back. Really great job. Comment down below. Let me know how it went. Keep working at this. Do this video every day or take a passive squat throughout the day. I recommend timing it. You don't need to do more than 5 minutes at a time, but slowly work your way up to 5 minutes. Once you've reestablished this position and it's comfortable, the benefits are numerous. Keep coming back for more, and I'll see you in the next video.